So Alan, it's a narrow loss in our final pre-season fixture. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, a bit of a miss really. I thought with the ball in the first 15 minutes, our composure was superb. We showed a lot of good execution and patience, and against a real strong physical side and a fit physical side full time. But then obviously the last 15 minutes of the half we got rolled really, and it was not a worry as such, because you'd expect them to be full time and playing at that pace, but we need to adapt and maybe handle that situation better. Young Brad Dwyer and Thomas and Wood and Gil Dudson, just the strength and speed just got too much for us at that stage of the game, 15 minutes before half time.
And it was a youthful Warrington team, but a lot of full-time players in there. Do you think that speed Warrington showed was a big difference maker?
Yeah, massively. How they prep, how much. You look at the squad numbers; they're all full-time. Majority of them who played, and the 5 or 6 TV players, as we say, who's constantly been on Super League playing. So we was up against it, but I thought we showed a lot of grit and determination. I thought. We showed that never say die attitude. We could have easily quite been beat with 30, 40 points, but we didn't. We spoke at half time about rolling our sleeves up and getting out there and showing what we're about and sticking in it and then expressing ourselves, and I thought we did that. But yeah, it was tough, but yeah, quite happy with certain things.
And obviously at the back end of that first half we conceded a few penalties. Do you think that was something that put us under a lot of pressure?
Yeah, massively. The new rules, they're not going to, you're not going to handle them overnight. I think every team, every coach I've spoken to said the same. It's going to take a while to get used to it, and it will help the game. I think I'm a believer it probably help the game. It'll clean the ruck up and probably quicken it up, which will benefit teams who like to play the game, and hopefully that'll be us. And
you touched on it a bit there, but we're really pleased with the way the lads came back in that second half to get back within one try by the end of it.
Yeah, really happy, and we showed that against Whitehaven as well. Things weren't going our way and we weren't happy with how we were performing, but one thing we do is we don't give up, and I've said that from day one. We're going to be a team who never gives up, and we'll get some days where we get beat, and we'll get some days where we win games what people won't think we'll win, and that's part and parcel of coming together and learning as a group. But yeah, that never say die attitude's a must for us.
And we lost Jack Owens to an injury in that first half after he had a hand in 2 of our 3 opening tries. How big a blow do you think that is, and what's the initial diagnosis?
Yeah, Jack was brilliant. Jack's fullback, he can play half, and I thought he was superb. We rested Tom Gilmore, who's probably our influential halfback, and he played alongside Joey Lyons, and I thought Jack was superb. I thought he was brilliant, and he has been since I've got here, and there's no secret of how much I admire him and being our captain. Yeah, it's not great, it doesn't look great, but we'll know more in the week. Hopefully it's not as bad as we think, and maybe a few weeks hopefully.
And just a comment on the fans who turned out in good numbers for the game.
Yeah, I want to say a massive thank you to them. I thought from the warm-up, you could see some players who's not been at this club, and they could see the adrenaline, getting through them, and that was created from the fans. I thought the atmosphere was electric. I thought it was brilliant from as soon as they got in the stand till after the game. They all stayed, supported our fellas, and it was massive that. So yeah, a massive thank you to them, and we need you next week. We're going. It's going to be a real tough game there next week, and they've recruited really well. So we're going to need as much support to get behind us as possible.
And you mentioned it there, Swinton in the 1895 Cup next weekend. What do you think you can take from the game tonight into that one?
We can take quite a few positives from it. If you can roll a Super League team with so many Super League players in there and starve them of the ball for the first 7 minutes and just be composed and smart, well, we can do it with anyone, and it certainly won't be that quick on Sunday. I know that for sure, because that we're going against another part-time club who won't be full-time like these guys have just been who we've played tonight. So I think it will be a little bit slower. So we won't expect that high tempo of what we had on the game tonight, but I expect a physical, tough encounter against a team what's recruited well. So it's going to be a great game for everybody.